Although our founding fathers aren't with us today, we do know that they made a promise to protect the privacy of all Americans. The U.S. Constitution protects our privacy and our rights of privacy. Congress is still debating whether drones violate the Fourth Amendment and our rights to privacy.
Congress has the legal obligation to ensure that the Fourth Amendment rights of private citizens are protected in this new drone world. You see, Mr. Speaker, the Fourth Amendment says this: the right of people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No warrant shall issue.
On the certification side, from the federal level, there is essentially a written test that you have to pass, which covers all the rules and regulations for flying a drone. On the state side, every state is a little bit different. Our state has recently added some drone laws to it, which essentially, when you boil it down, makes pretty much everything that is already illegal to do via other means illegal also to do with the drone. The laws are different in the fact that as someone, as a civilian, as a hobbyist, doesn't need to have a license. As a civilian user, you have to take that written test, pass that test, have your license on you at all times. Your aircraft has to be registered, and each aircraft has to be registered with its own unique identifier number as a commercial operator. And then the military plays by a whole different level of rules and regulations governed by their own operation. The ways that they can benefit society at this point: basic photography missions. Insurance companies are using them to prevent insurance fraud, to document storm damage. Farmers are using them to document crop damage because of storms. So farmers are helping to, save money by using this technology as well. There's a number of applications out there that are new and still being developed. We tell our students coming through the program here all the time that they're going to find a way or an idea of how to use this new technology that we haven't even thought of yet.
I can't imagine that we would eventually rule that a drone could swoop down and be 10 feet over your fence. But what's the question going to be? Can they be 10 feet over your fence or 2,000 feet in the air and still snoop on you without any kind of probable cause? Do we want to live in a police state is basically what the question is. Do you want to live in a surveillance state? But it's going to take people who stand up and say enough's enough, that we're just not going to do this, instead of everybody being like a herd of lemmings and just going off the cliff saying, lead me, take care of me.
So the fact that somebody is going to go buy a $1,200 product that flies for 20 minutes or 25 minutes to monitor someone and spy on someone, in my opinion, is a little unrealistic. These things are not stealthy by any means, so if someone is flying them, you're going to know that it's up there, so you're not going to be catching someone who's unaware of the presence of the aircraft in most cases, unless that person's hearing is completely shot.
Privacy regulations affecting drones are still being developed. At this time, it is illegal to shoot down a drone. It is also not legal to jam the signal of a drone, because this can lead to cell phone signals being jammed too.
A drone is just an aircraft without a pilot on board, but a lot of Americans are very concerned when they hear the word drone because they think of giant predator drones overseas or drone strikes taking out enemies. And that's actually very different from the technology that U.S. manufacturers are hoping to use on U.S. soil. So a lot of those are lighter. Some of them are as light as 2 pounds. So the same deal. They don't have a pilot. They can be controlled by a remote or by a laptop or autonomously on board, but they're not going to be used for the same thing.
As a drone owner and a private citizen, the Fourth Amendment is very important to me, and I will respect other people's privacy. One way to show respect for other citizens is to ask before you fly your drone over their property.